Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm here with my model Tabitha, and together we're going to show you how to create this gorgeous glowing makeup look. If you're new here, my name is Tamara Todd and I'm a makeup artist and a beauty creator from London. Before we begin this tutorial, I also want to express my gratitude. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing and leaving your comments. In the past few weeks, my community is rapidly growing and it is all down to you for watching, liking and commenting underneath my videos. You guys are superstars and I'm very grateful. Okay, let's start the tutorial. As usual, all of the products that I use, I will link in the description box below so you can easily find everything, including the brushes I am using in this video. Tabitha's skin was prepared off camera and I'm moving on straight to the foundation. Today I'm trialing this new foundation for me from Huda Beauty. This one is her new brand called Glowish. So Huda is known for her full coverage products, foundations and matte skin complexions, but I feel like she wanted to expand into more glowing side of things, hence this range is called Glowish by Huda Beauty. And I'm using her Multi-Dew Vegan Skin Tint Foundation, which is very light in coverage, and as you guys can see, it is really glowing. For the first time in history of this channel, one color actually matched my model, and this one is number 8 in tan, and it looked fantastic. The texture of this foundation was actually really interesting to work with. Once it was applied onto the skin, it created almost like a reflective surface, but not your usual glowing foundation style, but kind of reminded me of the cloud skin trend. Do you remember when it's not glowing and it's not matte, it's somewhere in between? So this foundation gave me exactly that finish, and I actually really liked it. For the contouring for this look, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Contour Wand in the color Medium Deep, and I'm lightly dusting the color around the contours of the face and the nose. Here I would like to mention this amazing flat angled brush from the brand Morphe, which I find is perfect for nose contouring, because usually I struggle creating a straight line, especially if the nose is not as perfect in shape. But I find that this brush does the job for you. I will come back to the skin a little later, but for now I want to concentrate on the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm using this soft matte concealer from NARS, which is fantastic as an eyeshadow primer. If you guys watch my videos, you know this is exactly how I use this product, and not underneath the eyes, but over the eyelid. And this color is fantastic for Tabitha. It's just a slightly darker than the shade of her skin. And as it dries matte, it is a perfect first step for the further eyeshadow application. And what I like to do with neutral eyeshadows is to take them out towards the temple, and like this, they will also act as a slight contouring shade. Next, I'm defining the lash line using Chestnut Pencil from MAC, and I'm only concentrating the color very close to the lash line and mostly on the outer 3/4 of the eye. My idea for the eye makeup for this look was to create elegant and refined eyeliner that will lift Tabitha's eyes. So this is why I'm concentrating the color only on the outer parts of the eye. And first, I need to create the definition and the softness, smokiness near this area. This is why I chose this pencil, and I'm slowly working in layers and blending it out. So after the initial smokiness is created, my next steps is to gradually create the darker and more defined liner. So for this, I'm switching to the gel liner from Bobbi Brown, and this one is in the shade Espresso Ink, and only concentrating the line very close to the lashes, I am defining this area further. When working in the smaller areas and close to the lash line, I like to use angled brushes, as I find that they're a little bit more precise, but they have to be really fine and really thin, because any thickness will disturb the eyeliner shape. And as you can see, I am applying the color and then I'm switching to the mini shading brush, and before the liner sets, I need to smudge this line to continue with the smoky finish of this liner. And even though my plan was to only concentrate the liner on the outer part, I still need to define the inner part as well. Now I'm going to show you my new fancy eyeshadow palette from the brand Limbos. You may have already seen it in the previous video, but guys, you're gonna see it in my future ones too. This is the most amazing packaging, covered in glowing stones, and the colors are beautiful, blendable, and pigmented, and this is all we want from the eyeshadow. So from this palette, I'm going to use this warm shadow, which will duplicate the soft matte concealer and will add a bit more warmth to Tabitha's skin. And I am applying it exactly in the same way I did with the soft matte concealer, and winged it slightly outwards towards the temple. So this is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. This look is not about that, it's more about the liner. So my next step here is to define the outer corner tiny bit more. So I'm switching to the gel liner from Inglot in number 77, which is one of my favorite gel liners. Once it dries, it stays put, and it's been in my kit for a very long time, and I don't think I'm gonna switch anytime soon. So this is my final eyeliner definition. So every time I go darker, I go smaller in the area, thinner in the liners. And this goes the same for the brushes I'm choosing. And to spice this neutral makeup up, I decided to try lilac eyeshadow from this palette, and I have applied it in the tear duct area. This is the area where we usually highlight with neutral colors, but today I decided, hey, let's try something different, and actually I'm really pleased I have tried it. This lilac shade is not overly strong, and I like how it goes with the top as well. Next, we're going to define Tabitha's brows using a few different shades from this Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. First, I'm concentrating the deeper shade on the outer part of the eyebrow and creating the tail. Then I'm switching the brushes and using a slightly lighter brown shade, I am building the eyebrow shape in the middle of the eye. And when there is almost no product left on my brush, I'm dragging it out towards the beginning of the brow. So recently I'm really keen on creating this sort of like ombre style eyebrows. And as you can see, I'm pushing this residue of the shade towards the beginning of the brow, so it kind of blends into the skin. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Now we're going to continue with the complexion, and for the concealer I chose this glowing Luminous Silk concealer from Armani, which is one of my favorite concealers this year, and it's a winner in my kit. It's perfect for mature skin, perfect for dry skin. It feels really moisturizing on the skin, and it also is slightly reflective, so it's perfect for glowing looks. And I also like that it has a wide variety of the shades in the collection. So today I'm mostly concentrating the concealer underneath the eyes, blending it into the foundation, and also dabbing the residue in the middle part of the face, tiny bit on the chin, little bit on the bridge of the nose and the forehead, and like this I'm creating more definition to the face. And as usual, after I have done that part, I'm going over with the wet beauty blender to push the concealer further into the skin, and also to merge all the edges, just so one color blends into another, so we don't have any harsh lines. And as we're creating the glowing complexion, for the blush, I selected this tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier in the shade Corsica, which is a beautiful corally shade, and it's gorgeous for Tabitha's deeper skin tone. I'm mostly applying the color on the highest points of the cheeks and blending it a little bit further into the hairline. And this is it for the blush for now, but I will duplicate it with another product a bit later. Next, we are moving on to the powder, and today I am matching the Glowish foundation with the Glowish powder. Both are from Huda Beauty. And honestly, I am pleasantly surprised with this range. Both the foundation and the powders create such an incredible glow on skin, and it's not in your face glow. It's very muted. The skin almost feels like velvet after I have powdered it. Again, it comes in few shades. I have 4 shades of this powder, and as you can see, I couldn't quite select just one. So for Tabitha, I'm actually mixing the tan one with a slightly lighter shade, and I feel like that gave me that perfect shade for Tabitha's skin. Now that the skin is powdered, we can go over and duplicate the blusher. And for this, I selected this Limbos shade in the warm coat, which is very similar to Corsica. And this will help to set the Corsica in place and also to intensify the color a little bit further. I also wanted to mention that brand Limbos was so kind to me and you guys, and they have given me the 30% discount code, which is Tamara30. So if you are purchasing any of their products, feel free to use it so you get a discount as well. And before we move on to the lips, I just want to add a touch of highlighter, and this one is Face Illuminator from Laura Mercier. Really beautiful highlighter for medium dark skin tones. As you can see here, I'm only lightly dusting it as I don't want no harsh lines, I don't want no in-your-face highlighter, only a subtle glow. On the lips, I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Chai. And I'm only concentrating the color across the border of the lips, which I further down the line will smudge slightly, as I don't want the lips to be very strong for this look. My goal here was to create a slightly defined, soft lined lip, which I'm creating right now. And in the middle of the lip, I'm going to concentrate Fenty Beauty Glass Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow, which is one of my favorite bronzy lip glosses for the deeper skin tones. I do have a few shades of Fenty Glass Bombs, but somehow I always reach out for this one. If you guys have several shades or have tried different ones, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Oh, but I just love how it looks on the lips. You put it on and the lips just come to life. Oh, it's just so juicy and so beautiful. And I feel like this lip shade is finishing off the glowiness of the look perfectly. And of course, I couldn't leave the skin bare. So on Tabitha today, I'm using my Patrick Tas She's Glossy body highlighter that barely has any color in it, but it just creates that gorgeous, almost wet looking skin. And I feel like for this a glowing makeup tutorial, this is a beautiful finishing touch. By the way, this body highlighter comes in 2 shades, and if you are of a deeper skin complexion, then you may want to choose She Is on Vacation shade, which is a slightly deeper in coloring. And here is our final look completed. We are all ready, we are glowing, and I'm just obsessed with how this look has turned out. I also love how versatile this Limbos palette is, and that purple in the inner part of the eye just completes the look and makes it more interesting. Let me know in the comments, guys, how you receive this look. As usual, guys, I will be grateful if you could leave a comment underneath. Last time I have asked you where you guys were from, and I am so overwhelmed to get to know that we are here on my channel from every corner of the world. Italy, Nicaragua, Multimask, UK, California, Australia, and even Pakistan. Guys, I'm so grateful that you are tuning in and watching my videos every week. Thank you so much for that. Without you, this channel would not be able to grow. I also read all of your comments and receive your requests, so I have a full list of my future ideas for the next YouTube videos, so I will try to implement your request in my future videos too. So stay tuned, and I see you in the next few weeks.